Hi guys, and welcome back to another video of Gaming with Powers. I'm Jay, and today we're going to continue doing playthroughs from the Marvel United promo box, so you guys can get a look at these characters and villains and see if you like them. Okay guys, so what we have today is while the battle of Kingpin and the Defenders was taking place on the other side of New York City, we had Carnage just came to be, and so he is getting ready to fight with Venom, but Spider-Man 2099 came back from the future, or came from the future, to try and stop Carnage as well before he became Maximum Carnage, alright? And Spider-Woman is here along with Spider-Man 2099 and Venom to help tag along and defeat Carnage. So let's go ahead and look at the table, and everything is set up here for, again, a one-player game using the shield mode. I am actually going to do the heroic challenge for this, which is you remove all of the regular wilds and then all of the double wilds from the decks. I'm going to challenge myself a little bit here. I feel like the last time I did the solo mode against Kingpin, it was kind of easy being able to manipulate all the characters and play cards back to back the way I wanted to. So again, we're here on the opposite side of New York. So we have Central Park, we have Times Square, Avengers Mansion, Stark Labs, Avengers Tower, and New York Police Headquarters. These are all locations from the original base game of Marvel United. I have elected Carnage to start in Central Park, and we have all started in Stark Labs. So let's look at Carnage's setup here, right? His special rules. Whenever a hero is KO'd, increase the spawn track by 1, which is going to be right here. His BAM, deal 1 damage to each hero in Carnage location, then place 1 crisis token above each civilian there. Alright. Overflow. If 1 or more civilian or thug tokens cannot be added to a location, I will discard all civilians with a crisis token from the location with the most civilians. For each civilian done this way with a crisis token, increase the spawn track by 1. And his villainous plot is that when the track reaches 10, the heroes will automatically lose. So I want to keep him from discarding these civilians here. Okay, let's look at some of his threat cards that he has. So he has 3 Carnage Offspring cards, 1, 2, and 3 here. And these say that they each have a health of 4. Carnage has a health of 8. Carnage Offspring that has a BAM. So it says place 1 token above 1 civilian in this location if present. Add 1 civilian to this location. Then deal 1 damage to each hero here. Alright. Then we have 3 Symbiote Ambushes. And these are all going to be the same. That says each civilian in this location requires 1 extra heroic to be rescued. Alright, so let's go ahead and shuffle up Carnage's cards here. And he will always start us out. So let's go ahead and flip it over. So he is going to be moving 3. Oh my goodness. Thankfully, he's not bamming. So he'll be going 1, 2, and 3. He is popping up in Star Labs. He has come straight to us. And we are adding civilians to every... so overflow would happen here. So discard all civilian locations with a crisis token with the most civilians. So if it's a tie, the first clockwise in case of a tie. So that would be the New York City Police Headquarters. None of those things have crisis tokens, so I'm safe. Then he would add 2 civilians up here. And then he would add 2 civilians down here. All right. Man, there's a lot of civilians here. All right. So now it is on to me. So I have my deck of cards here. So we have Venom, Spider-Man 2099, and Spider-Woman. Again, this is going to be the hero version of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. This is going to be the hero version of Venom. So there is they didn't do an anti-hero version of him yet. So there is a model for a hero version of him and a model for a villain version. All right, let's see what I got. So I got Spider-Woman, Poison Blast. Choose double punch or delay the next villain turn card by 1 with the punch. Spider-Man 2099, move heroic. Spider-Woman, move Venom. You may draw cards until you have 3 in your hand with a move. And Spider-Man 2099 with a move punch. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to try and get these offspring out of here. Because whenever he bams, that's going to be a problem. And then I can easily clear civilians out of these. Okay, so I think what I'm first going to do is I'm going to do the Spider-Man 2099 move punch. So Spider-Man is going to move, and I'm going to punch one of these Carnage offsprings. Then it will be the next turn, so I'll go ahead and draw a card. Spider-Woman, super resistance. You cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. Oof. So what I'm going to do is... Man, I got a triple punch. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is... play Spider-Woman. Okay, do the super one. I think what I will do is... Oh, I gotta draw a card. Wait, did I draw a card? Yeah, I have 5. So now I'm at 4. Okay. So Spider-Woman, I think instead of doing the double punch, I will delay the villain turn by 1 card. So delay the villain turn by 1 card. So I will do a punch. So I will do a punch for that. I'll go ahead and use Spider-Man's 2090. Oh, wait, I gotta move first. See, I'm skipping ahead. So I gotta move the Spider-Man. So I'm using Spider-Man's punch, and I'm using this punch, her punch, to go one more time, okay? And then it is my turn again. I get a Spider-Man double punch against a single enemy. Damage you deal this turn cannot be reduced with another punch. I think I'm going to save that for now. What do we have? I got to move heroic. I think I'm going to do Spider-Man 2099. I'm going to do move heroic. So I have a punch. So I'll use my final punch to clear Carnage's offspring and get that out of there. Let's see my end of turn effect. You may search your deck for 1 card and set it aside, then shuffle your deck and place that card on top. All right, so that was my punch. Now I got to move heroic. Let's see. I think I'm going to go move here and heroic that. All right. So that was 3. Now remember, Carnage will go, but because of Spider-Woman's Poison Blast, that is delayed 1 turn. So I get 1 extra turn. I got a Venom with a double punch. Okay. Let's see. I need to move. I could double punch those. Yeah, I think that's all I'll do. So I will do Venom. So I got to move heroic and a double punch. So I'm going to double punch these thugs. Okay. So there's 2 civilians left in here. And I got to move and a heroic. Man, they take 1 extra. I think what I'll do is... that was a double punch, move heroic. You might as well just... I think I'm just going to move up here. I'm going to move up here and then use my heroic on that. That's what I'll do. All right, so now Carnage will take his turn. So Carnage is moving 4 and then bamming. All right, so he's going 1, 2, 3, 4 to Times Square. Carnage will bam, so deal 1 damage to each hero in Carnage location, then place 1 crisis token above each civilian in this area. So there are 2 civilians up here with crisis tokens. Let's go ahead and put them there. Okay, and then he's going to add thugs and, well, let me resolve the rest of the BAMs, okay? So then the Carnage Offspring will BAM. So place 1 crisis token above 1 civilian in this location if present, which there's not. And then I add 1 civilian to this location and then deal 1 damage to each hero here. So that's that. So place 1 crisis token above a civilian, and then I will add a civilian to there, and that's all I got. So now we're adding thugs. So we have 1 thug here. We'll have a thug go over on both sides, but these both have overflow. So I will discard all civilians with a crisis token from the location with the most, the first clockwise. So that's 3, 3, and 3 with the crisis token. Okay. So, I mean, it's going to go clockwise, so it would be this one. So, discard, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Discard all civilians with a crisis token from this location. The first clockwise in case of a tie. Yep. Okay, so this civilian gets discarded, and he has 1 crisis token. For each civilian with a crisis token that is discarded, increase the spawn track by 1. Okay, and then we're going to do the same for this as well. So we would come all the way back around, and we would discard all civilians. So that's 2 more civilians with 2 crisis tokens, and that's going up 1, 2. So he is at 3 out of 10. Woof. Okay, and that is all of that. So play will resume with me. And what do I got? Man, this is this is tough. So I got a punch. Think I'm gonna do a Venom move. So Venom to move here and double punch these thugs. Well, actually no. I'm gonna double punch the symbiotes. All right, and then I get to go. I got a heroic punch from Venom. And I gotta move. What is Spider-Man 2099 has? Okay, that'll work. So I will do Spider-Man 2099 Claws, which is double punch against a single enemy. Damage you deal this turn cannot be reduced. All right. So I have a move. So I'll move here. I'll double punch against a single enemy, and then I will use the regular punch to take out the symbiote. All right. And then I get 1 more card. So we have Venom. So I get a punch, and that's a punch. Let's see. So I could take that out. Yeah, I think we'll do the punch heroic with Venom. So I will use Spider-Man 2099 punch. I will use Venom punch to take out the offspring of Carnage here. And it says I might rescue 1 civilian from this location. I was going to do that anyway. So I will save this civilian over here. And that is my turn. Back to Carnage. He's moving 5. Woof. 5 and filling all of that up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the location of Spider-Man 2099. And we're about to get ripped. Okay, so we'll start with the middle one. So 2 civilians and a thug. So 1 civilian, but that's full. So it says if 1 or more can't be added, discard all civilians with a crisis token from the location. So no civilians have crisis tokens right now. And then all of these will get filled up. So I need 2 civilians and a thug up here. So 2 civilians and a thug up here. And then same thing below, 2 civilians and a thug. So we got a thug and 2 civilians. So these locations are filling up very quickly. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card. We get a Spider-Man 2099 move. So I got a heroic and a punch. I need another punch, but I also need a move. I think I'm gonna waste. Oh I don't want to waste my punches. I know what I can do. So I will use Spider-Woman's move. So Spider-Woman will move to this location. She will go ahead and punch a thug, and then she will use a heroic action on that. All right, let's shift everything over. And let's go ahead and draw a Spider-Man 2099 card, which is a move and a punch. Okay. Let's see what I need. That's a move. Venom, Spider-Man 2099. Venom can move punch. Yeah, I'm going to do that with Venom. So, Venom will use Spider-Woman's move, and I'll punch this last Carnage offspring. So that has one more health left. So we get one more action. And, alright. So I'm going to use Spider-Man 2099, which that is the third one. Let me check. Yep. So I will use a Venom punch to take out this last offspring and clear that threat, and then I will use my punch to punch a thug in this location, and then I have a move. Think I'm gonna move. You may move up to 2 in any combination. Okay, so then I will move here, end my turn there, and I may rescue a civilian from this location. Okay, so that is my 3. Moving on to Carnage. It says, Spawn of Evil. Move clockwise to the next location with the most civilians. Bam. And add 1 civilian to every location. So he will move clockwise to the location with the most civilians. So that's 1, 3. So it's going to be here. Okay, then he is bamming. So he will deal 1 damage to each hero in his location. Then place 1 crisis token above each of these civilians. So we have 3 crisis tokens that get put out. And then he is adding a civilian to every location. So I'm going to start with the location in front of him first. And then we'll resolve everything. So, boom, this is overflowed. So, these 3 get discarded, and the track will move up 3 to 6. And they get discarded. And then, so that was 1, 1. That's a civilian there, and civilian there. All right, and that is his resolve effect. So now it is back to me. So I will draw a card. I think I'm behind on cards. I think I should have 6 every turn, maybe. Because if I start with 5, play 1. No, I'm right. I'm right. Okay. So, well, no, I should have 5. I've been off this whole time. Because you start with 5, on your turn you draw, so you should have 6. So I should have 6 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Alright, so let's see. I'm not trying to cheat. If I'm doing that incorrect, let me know, but I'm pretty sure, because if I start with 5 cards instead of 3, and then on my turn I draw 1, I have 6 cards and I play, and I should always have 5. Okay. So, what do we got here? Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more thugs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more. So I need some punches. All right. So Spider-Woman punch. I should have saved my punches. I didn't realize that. No. I'm gonna save my punches, really. I kind of messed this up. I forgot I don't have any punches. So I don't know how I'm going to do damage to them. I need to start saving civilians is what I really need to do. So I have a move and a punch. So what I'm going to do is play this move heroic. So I will use one punch action on a thug. I will use that move to move here. I will use this to save a civilian. And then I'm going to end my turn here. So I'm going to search the deck for one card and set it aside. See if anybody has double heroics. Ah, man, I don't have that many heroics. I'll take that, the double punch, and put it on top. So shuffle your deck and place that card on top. Oof, man, that heroic is tough. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so then I get to go again. So I draw that double punch and reduce the villain turn by 1. Okay. Whoo-wee. All right. Venom. Let's go Venom with a move heroic. So he's got 2 heroics, so I'm going to save 2 civilians here. And then I have a double move. Sweet. I think I'll just move here and end my turn there. Okay, so one more turn, so I'll draw again, and that's a move heroic. I'm gonna play Spider Woman, and I get a heroic and a heroic, so I'm gonna save. I get a move, I could end. Nah, I'm gonna save these 2 civilians here. And then my super resistance says I cannot take any damage until the beginning of my next turn. So that is good there. And then I may search my card for one deck, set it aside, and then shuffle. Yeah, I'm going to take that. All right, shuffle. And now it is Carnage's turn. So, all right, man. Carnage looks like you want to use a lot of heroics to clear these civilians before they get that. All right, so we'll see what we got. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it is on to Carnage. So he's gonna go 1 and bam. So 1 and bam. So let me just double check. Place 1 crisis token above each civilian there, and I'm glad I have been working on that. So he's just adding a thug to his location, a thug there, and a thug there. All right, back to me. So I get to draw my card, which I can heroic in any location. So I get a heroic and a move. So Spider Woman, I got 2/2. Yep, this is what I can do. Okay, so I'm gonna play Spider Woman, move and heroic. So I'm gonna move first. I'm gonna use the last heroic to complete this symbiote mission right here. So this will get rid of this last mission card, and I may discard 1 thug from each location if I end my turn there. So that was 1. My second one is going to be to save that civilian, okay? And then, so we're here. So that's my 1 turn. So he's now going every 2 turns. So then Venom goes. So I got a Venom card, okay. So I need 1 more civilian, which I'm going to get. I got a move and I need that Spider-Man. Well, I could. I don't want to move with Spider-Man just yet. So I got to move heroic. I want to keep my punches. So really, if I want to keep my punches, I'm hoping he's like 1, 2, 3. I'm hoping he gets a 2 or a 3 here, which would be very helpful. So I'm going to play Spider-Man 2099. So I gain a heroic, so I will save that civilian there. I can heroic in any location. So I'm going to save one of these civilians, which he just goes back to the pile, discarding that. And then I have a move, and I'm just going to end my turn there and rescue this civilian from this location. All right, so he is going after every 2 now, and he's moving 2 and bamming. So that's 1 and 2. So as bam, deal 1 damage to each hero in Carnage location. So we'll get rid of 2 cards, and yeah, that's all right for now. Okay, we get rid of 2 cards, and then place 1 crisis token above each civilian here. All right. So 1 civilian, 1 civilian. All right, now it's time to go to work. All right, so first of all, I'm going to do Spider Woman, Poison Blast. So I will double punch Carnage, and then I get an extra punch. So I will do that. Oh, I forgot to draw. So I would draw, and then... oh, man. Okay, so I drew. I played the triple punch. Now I have a lot of options here. I'm going to do the Spider Woman double punch. All right, so what are we at? We're at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 3, 4, 5. No, it should be 5. He should have 3 left. That's 5 damage. Yeah, all right. So he's got 3 health left because that was double. That's 3 and then 4. All right, so that is my turn. Wait, no, I should have 1 extra card because I didn't draw the first time, did I? And then I didn't draw that second time. Right? Because I have 5. If I took 2 damage, that's 3. So I should have, yep. Okay. So Carnage is going again. He is moving 0 and bamming. Oh my goodness. This dirtbag. And this might be off camera, guys. So he is staying there and bamming. So he is dealing 1 damage to each character. So he's got 3 health left. I'm getting a double punch. Okay. So discarding these 2, I have 1 health left. He is on a rampage, and crisis tokens above civilians, but they already have them. And then it would be to my turn, so I would draw a card, and I will play this Venom card of tracking. You can move to any location and punch there with a punch, and then I also have a double punch. So I'm hitting them, I'm staying in my location and just punching. And then the Spider Woman double punch is those 2. And Venom will take care of his symbiote, cousin, brother, whatever you want to call it, Carnage. Okay, guys, so I am victorious. That was an intense run. So first impressions, let's see. Let's look at the heroes first. So definitely, I think the star of the show in that one was definitely Spider Woman. I definitely liked a lot of her cards, right? That Poison Blast card right here that she has to either double punch or delay the next villain turn by 1 card. And then you also get a punch. So that can be considered as a triple punch. And then the Spider Resistance of you cannot take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. She also had a lot of movement cards, like move heroic, move punch. So that was really good. Spider-Man 2099. I really didn't get a lot of Spider-Man 2099 cards, but he's kind of in the same realm. The only one that I found very effective, well, 2 cards that were very effective, the Claws, the double punch against a single enemy with a punch, and then the heroic in any location, which was really good in Save Me. But other than that, you saw I really didn't find myself playing Spider-Man 2099 a whole lot. because I think Spider-Woman and Venom were more effective. And then obviously Venom has a lot of double action cards. So punch, this tracking is really good. Move to any location and punch there. I got lucky that he kind of stayed, Carnage kind of stayed in his location. What else am I trying to see? I'm just trying to look at all his cards. The one where I could draw up to 3 cards. If I was lose, I had to discard that, which was the regeneration. That's a really good card. So I would say Venom was probably my favorite character out of these 3, but the most effective character for this one was definitely Spider-Woman. Now let's take a look at Carnage as a villain. I think his Carnage is very cool. Like, the way he works is, you saw, so my normal strategy is just try and get rid of the thugs, but then I quickly realized that, no, shoot, I gotta start clearing these civilians if I don't. So you definitely need heroes with a lot of heroics to be able to clear those civilians out. And then once I kind of cleared those civilians out, I was able to get to my objective. But I can see how Carnage can snowball you very quickly with, you know, if you don't take out those offspring that he has and they keep adding crisis tokens to those civilians, then those crisis tokens are going to add up, and then he overflows, and then, you know, I was at 6, so I finished at 6 out of 10. So I got pretty lucky, and you can get that really quickly, but that's kind of cool how his mechanics work. So all in all, I think they're all pretty cool, and I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. So we were successful in taking down Carnage. And as always, guys, put down in the comments box which out of these 4 characters did you like the most? Do you like Carnage as the villain, or do you like Venom as the hero better than as a villain? And did you like even Carnage as a villain? So go ahead, drop that in the box for me. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified when we drop a video. And as always, guys, subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing you more awesome content. Have a good one. Bye.